What's up YouTube, and in this video I'm going to be talking with you guys about chemical reaction. Now this is probably the third lesson that I've taken in school, which is chemical reaction, and to me guys it feels kind of like a chemistry or biochemistry lesson to me, because chemical reaction, this is something new to me that I didn't learn before. I used to learn science, but now going to grade 10 I'm learning all this crazy stuff, biology, biochemistry. This is really ideal, guys. So without any further ado, let's get into this video. Now, what's a chemical reaction? Well, a chemical reaction is a process by which atoms or group of atoms in substances are reorganized into different substances. As you can see in this photo, you can see all those atoms, they're in groups and they reorganize. And clues about the chemical reaction? Well, clues that a chemical reaction has taken place, including the production of heat and light and the formation of gas, liquid, or solid. So, I'll tell you an example. Like the shiny and silver metal, like the chain that you use for any equipment, it's shiny and silver at first when it's brand new, but over time, after 5 years or so, it's gonna turn dull and orange brown because of the response of chemical reaction, which means it's not gonna feel smooth anymore. It's gonna feel kind of rusty and dull after all those years. It's just a matter of time, after you use stuff. It's like wear and tear. Now, about the chemical formula. So chemical formula describes the substances in the reaction, and the arrows indicate the process of change. As you can see, there are different types here: 3C, H3C, NOH, all this. Like this is like carbohydrates, glucose, and furthermore. And this is what the chemical formula looks like. For example, 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. You can see H2 is 2 atoms of hydrogen. The O is 1 atom of oxygen. And when you put that together, it becomes 1 molecule of water. So H2O is water. Now you can see in the US you say water, but in the UK you say water, which is kind of crazy, this accent difference here. Water, water, water. That's the difference, guys, I'll tell you. Now the reactants and the products. Now, what does these two mean? Well, the reactants are the starting substances on the left side of the arrow, and the products are the substances formed during the reaction on the right side of the arrow. So what this means is, this is what it looks like at first, and after the reaction, this is what it turns out to be. Now you can see in this photo, you can see the eggs, the butter, and the flour and milk. This is what it turns into after. In the products, it turns into cake, as you could see. So this is what it looks like after you mix those ingredients together and bake it, and turns into a cake. And this is what it looks like. For example, the reactants is a 2H2 plus O2, and then it turns into products, so it'll be 2H2O. This is an example here. Now, balance equations. So the balance equations is the law of conservation of mass states that matter cannot be created or destroyed. Now, a fun fact is, I hear about the law of conservation of mass, that not only that, but I also learned the law of conservation of energy. Back when I was in grade 8, 2 years ago, this is what I learned about. So, this is about forms of energy. Now, if you want to check out my other science videos, including this one, I'll leave a playlist link in the description below so you guys can check that out. And you can see this is what it looks like, for example. So, in the beginning, this is what the fire looks like. When you light something on fire, especially wood, that's what's going on with carbon dioxide and water vapor. Why? Because of the fire and especially here's what the oxygen is doing. And then after the fire goes off, it turns into ash. It's either burnt to ash or it's burnt to a crisp. So this is what the reaction does. And that's it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. That was me talking about chemical reaction. And before going to grade 10, I was exploring the lesson. I was exploring online, checking out what does any of this mean. And after going to grade 10, after taking this lesson, I now understand what this chemical reaction mean. So thank you so much. So if you like this video, please leave a like. That'd be really great. And I will see you guys again in the next video. Peace.